So over the weekend, Budweiser decided to put out this pro-American ad. It's a story bigger than beer. It's the story of the American spirit. How many of you people actually drink a Budweiser or any beer because it's about the American spirit? No, you drink a beer to escape for a few minutes, get a buzz. You don't have to listen to your nagging wife or screaming kids. You go out and you have a beer because you just had a fight with your girlfriend or your boyfriend in this age of LGBTQ. But this ad is worse than the ad for the new Yugo. Drive the new Yugo. So they've got this Clydesdale in this ad, and it's galloping by. And now we don't know if it's a he, she, they, it. We don't know what gender this Clydesdale is. But it's galloping by all these monuments, like the Freedom Tower in New York, the Arch in St. Louis. Well, St. Louis has got a high crime rate. And this is funny. They've got two people raising the American flag at a flagpole, and one of them's Asian, the other's white. Then they've got the ambiguous racial guy. He could be Hispanic. He could be white. He might be Asian. We don't know. But this is just bad. This is just bad PR. Talk about a beer blunder. And it's brewed for those who found opportunity and challenge and hope in tomorrow. I mean, how generic can you get? This is not only just as bad as Drive the New Yugo, but this reminds me of one of those cheesy political ads. So here's what some people said on social media. Hey, at Anheuser-Busch, if you're at a point where you're literally referring to 9/11 in hopes that it would make us flyover yokels run to the store to salute a 12-pack of Bud Light, you should just apologize instead. Hoping we're stupid enough to buy this ad is insulting, Red State senior editor Brandon Morse tweeted. What did somebody else say here? Quote, you aren't putting that genie back in the bottle, guys. Rainbow and Black Hawk Down actor Matthew Marston replied. Budweiser released pro-American ad 2 weeks after Dylan Mulvaney backlash. Now this is at Twitter here. This is from Ollie London, who, as you know, is a former trans influencer and detransition activist. Well, I responded to one of their tweets, and Twitter tried to block me. So I wrote back to Twitter and I said, please explain to me where in this tweet, because I mentioned, quoted from an article at National Review, pardon me, article in National Review, where and I just did a video about this. Go back and check the video. Go to the National Review article, where the sales at a gay bar in Hell's Kitchen, the sales of Bud Light were down 58% for the draft beers, and it was down by, pardon me again, it was down by, I think, like 70% for the bottles. And they had only they had only sold 4 12-ounce bottles. So when you're getting backlash from the LGBTQ community at a dart tournament that brings in a lot of money for this particular gay bar in Hell's Kitchen, in a community that is known for being outspoken about LGBTQ rights, yeah, you've got a serious PR problem, Budweiser. Well, they ended up leaving the tweet up after I asked them, where did I harass anybody or threaten anybody, which I didn't do. I was just stating what was in this article of National Review. So when I told them I was LGBTQ myself, they backed off. So a win for me, I guess. Win for free speech. But former trans activist Ollie London, detransition activist, said Budweiser released pro-American ad 2 weeks after Dylan Mulvaney backlash. Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton slammed corporate owners for, quote, trying to pretend they're supportive transgender extremists who targets children. Never happened. Well, I don't think that's what they were trying to do. They weren't trying to target children. They were trying to go after the trans community to have them go drink a Bud Light. I think what the issue here it's not that you used a trans activist spokesperson, okay? The problem here is that you're trying to shove this in people's face when they weren't ready for it. And how much research was done on this? Seriously, how much research was done on this to go out there and talk to people who are LGBTQ or what have you? Do you drink Bud Light? Or which of our brands that we produce do you like? Because there are several brands under Budweiser, which I think is owned by what, AV Bev or something like that. They have a parent company. Quote, nice try at Budweiser USA and at Bud Light. Former U.S. Attorney Brett Tomlin responded. I guess they meant Bud Light. Ha 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 ha. Budweiser new ad shows the Freedom Tower on horses. If they ended it by saying investigate 9/11, I would be like, that's dope, comedian Tim Dillon wrote. Soul Finder series creator Douglas Ernst posted a meme of a screaming woman with the caption, bring out the Clydesdales. So somebody else called this a we're sorry ad. So this is all the backlash to what's going on. Now, there is a picture here, and this is at Fox News. This is in New York City, so let me go up here on the screen here. See if I can find it. And it's got a picture of these Budweisers on the shelf. Bud Light next to Budweiser. And here are some of the prices that they list. I don't know which store chain this is at. But they're showing $7.99, then they've got the Budweiser 2 for $5 in New York City. In New York City. And then on the shelf below, they have, it looks like the Corona Light, some other, Blue Moon's under there. Which, by the way, I believe it was Blue Moon is the #1 beer in the country right now. But the funny thing about this ad, there are no LGBTQ people in the ad. No LGBTQ people in the ad. And the ad ends with the Clydesdale raising his hooves. And you see this beautiful mountainous backdrop. It's about the American spirit. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thought I'd come here and talk about this quick video today, one take type. So if you like what you see, like what you hear, you know what to do. You can follow me at Instagram, #JasonComposes, because I write music in my spare time. Or go to Twitter, Cultural Confederacy at CulturalConfed1 on Twitter. This is the Cultural Confederacy saying peace out, stay safe, everybody. God bless this thing we call the United States. And I'll catch you next time. You know how we do it here. This is where the past crashes with the present.